It's an issue of a globally significant issue, but continentally, when we look at just the infrastructure that this world's largest construction project represents, you know, the impacts are immense, and the amount of communities affected by it, you know, directly impacted by it, you know, quantifies immensely as well. We're talking about dozens and dozens and dozens of municipalities that are affected by these pipelines that we know rupture on a regular basis. Every week in the news we're hearing about another pipeline that ruptured, and if you look a little deeper, it's because they started mixing in the tar sands oil in there, and these you know, it's corrosive. Tar sands oil is mixed with sand. Imagine heating up liquefied sandpaper, okay, and shooting that through a steel pipeline. Now, over time, that stuff's going to break down the pipeline, okay, and it's going to rupture. And tar sands oil is loaded with quartz, which is even more corrosive, all right? And so there are all kinds of reports you can read online about that. But essentially, when we look at, you know, the whole pipeline fight, next slide, please. One, keep going. Another. Right, yeah, right there's good for now. When we look at the pipeline fight, you know, for most of us, we looked at it as a convenient place, given the current situation with the federal government. The pipelines are chokehold points, all right, whether it's the Keystone XL pipeline, the Enbridge Northern Gateway pipeline in northern British Columbia, or the pipeline expansion of the Kinder Morgan infrastructure in the lower mainland of British Columbia, or whether it's the Trailbreaker number 9 pipeline reversal here in southern Ontario, which connects, of course, existing pipeline infrastructure for tar sands oil all the way to Portland, Maine, opening up tanker traffic potentially to Europe and to the southern eastern seaboard of the United States, all the way down to Gulf of Mexico. When we look at the proposed Alaska natural gas pipeline, which is really nothing more than a feedstock, the Pacific Trails pipeline, all of this infrastructure, and as well as the age-old Mackenzie Valley project, which is mothballed again. But, you know, oil companies will wait a whole generation until everybody that was fighting the fight is dead, and then they'll bring the project back. That's how they work, you know. And so all of this stuff is connected to making the tar sands a sustainable and secure energy supply for the biggest military industrial complex on the planet, which is the United States of America. The tar sands is the crown jewel to the U.S. empire's military strategic considerations for the next century. All right? There's no ocean they got to cross. They've got a complacent government in the form of Harper, you know, who's willing to do anything for big oil. And so we've got a lot of